it's your girl Tina Renee, and I'm here with up-and-coming artist K-Dot. Now, a lot of you may not have heard, or maybe you have heard, but you need to hear just a little bit more to develop an interest, so we're going to get to know him a little bit better today. Now, with a name like K-Dot, you've got some explaining to do.
I started a club called Pencil Early Rapping. I was kind of a hot-headed little person.
Hot-head?
So, yeah, kind of cocky. So,
okay.
You know, it was like the K stands for King.
King.
And I just dropped it, and you know, you put your first name and the rest of the name. So I just dropped it and put DOT the IKON. You know, so King.
Who or what were your inspirations? Did you just wake up one day and say, you know, I think I'm gonna be a rapper, or did you just have someone that was there, kind of mentoring to you? How did you start in the world of rapping?
I'm a big Lil Wayne fan. You know.
Okay. Me too.
I grew up with this music, and then I love you feel me, making money. And
absolutely.
You can't never go wrong with making money in music, and that's something I grew up with.
You're listening and you're watching Puff Daddy, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, all these icons, and you just like start writing one day and like, I can do it.
Male figure in my life, whatever. So like I had a lot of anger built up, and like I never had nobody there explain it to me, and I always expressed myself through music and poetry. And like at the time, I felt writing poetry was too soft for a person like my status, so I ended up, going into adding the beat to my lyrics with my poetry, and it became lyrics. So, I found a way to record. At the time, I was not recording on what I'm recording on now.
Great. Now, you have your own label, Blood Money. I believe it's Blood Money. Tell us about that. How did that originate? You're so young. This is your own label. I want to say congratulations. I mean, your own label. That's definitely an achievement. How did that get started? What's going on with that? Tell us a little bit about it.
And it's a lot of middle people that people don't actually pay attention to. All these young rappers that just jump in the game and say, I want to get signed to such and such label. But it's like more people, it's people that they don't put on the front street to explain these labels. So I decided to cut out the middleman. I learned the system. I can get my music distributed on my own and get not just half of my commission. I can get all of it. And split it between the people that promote and all that. It costs more, but people don't know,
in the long run, you're going to make a bigger...
I put in, I'm taking a loss at my own risk, but this is something I love, so I don't mind.
Now, how much work is involved in creating your own label? It sounds like it would just be a handful of just work. How involved are you? Do you have a team?
We have a team. I'm building a solid team, Me, myself, like I said, I'm pretty young, but I'm, getting older. And I know the game, so I'm working with younger artists. I have a cousin named P-Dot, that's one of my top artists. He's 17 at the moment. And I got a few young beat makers, because these are people that can grow with their music. And it takes a lot, because it takes a lot.
A lot of all these icons, but who is in your, in the physical form in your life teaching you the game? Obviously, you look at TV and you see these guys, but there's got to be someone in your life that you're seeing every day that's helping you. You're so young, and then you have people on the label that are even younger than you. Who's there mentoring to you, saying, "Hey, this is what giving suggestions and
music-wise?
Well, myself. Just with your label. So there's no one in your life right now that you know.
Well, at the moment, as I grew up, you feel me? I started off, I was my own mentor, and then I got introduced to my friend from LA, Compton, California. His rap name is Young Light. And I got introduced to him through one of my big brothers, and I started chopping it up with him, and he helped me develop my lyrics more. Told me to switch it to certain ways to do it. He helped as a guidance, so he's one of my mentors at the moment.
Okay. Now we know you're under a new management. You recently linked up with Bernicia Williams. What's it like working with her? Tell us a little bit about your new management company. I think it's LESHAYS.MANAGEMEnt.
Yeah.
What's it like? What's going on? Are they treating you right?
Yeah, you have to have somebody that's backing you up that you can trust, that's going to support you all the way, and going to let you know when this is not right, you should do it this way. It's a team building. We have a good friendship. That's like my best friend. So
now, how did you meet her? I mean, I know you said you seen it in her. How did you link up with her? Did you hear word of mouth? Hey, I know there's this, this girl, Bernicia Williams, who's trying to build up a management company. How did you hear about it? You obviously had to meet somewhere. Where'd you meet? And
we met. I want to say in '05. At school.
At school.
Yeah.
So high school.
So we was friends.
Okay.
We met at school, and then we lost connections, and then we lost connection in '08, and then just got back and connected and stuff. and that's when I really was doing my music. And then she just started promoting and helping me build my fan base, and she good with people, so that's the type of person I needed.
And you're into the album. What's the name of the album?
22.
22. Is that because you are 22?
Yeah, it's because I'm 22, and through my years of 22, I learned to grow with the age and not just become a person that's just the age 22.
So now what can we expect to hear on this album? Is this like a party album? We put it in and go party? Are we going to hear about your life, your struggle? What are we, is it a mixture of different?
It's a mixture. I say, I like to party, have fun, rock the stage when I perform, so it's some party tracks, some, little few breakup song, love song, like, I just dropped a single called Swaggin' On, so, it's some swag song. And then I think my second single is gonna be a song entitled F Love. So it's pretty, a relatable song to every breakup.
Now let's talk about Swaggin' On Him. Swag on him, or is it Swaggin' On Him? Yeah. I listened to it and I loved it. It's definitely a banger. I'm sitting there listening like, okay, hey, this is good. I can jam to this. What was your motivation? Obviously, we know what swagging on it means, but what was your motivation? I mean, was some haters in the mix and you just had to
I think when I first heard the beat, I was sitting up in the studio, me and LeShay, and...
By the way, the beat is sick. It's out of control. I love it.
Kels did the beat.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to the beat and I'm thinking of a hook, like, hey, I should get on this beat. So I'm thinking of the beat, I'm thinking of the hook, and I'm like, Swaggin' On Him came to my first, hit, so it was inspired by some haters, because, even when we listening to beats, we promote at the same time. So as I'm writing on the phone, the iPad, whatever we promoting on at the time, you always got them haters on them.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
Swaggin' On It ain't just talking about your style and all that, it's just the way you do your thing. So you're going to always swag on and stun on everybody. So there's always going to be some haters, but it's just swag on the haters.
Swag on them.
So,
are you in a relationship?
Nah, no.
I asked you that because you are working on a song called F Love.
Yeah.
I mean, did you have an experience? Is it just...
Yeah, we all have our experience. But yeah, I had an experience, pretty bad breakup,
Is that what motivated the song?
Yeah, it pretty helped. It pretty much helped. It wasn't just one of them songs like, hey, I think the ladies gonna love this one, let me do this. When I do songs like that, pretty much I have to do that from the heart.
Yeah.
Because then this type of emotional song like them, it's song like, dang, I feel that.
Yeah.
So it was like, I have to be in the position in order to talk about it.
Narrations, who are you working with on the album?
On
Shout anybody out?
Oh yeah, on the mixtape, on F Love, I got my artist T-Time. He a singer.
T-Time?
Crazy, yeah.
Okay.
I'm working with one of my young artists, V-Cash. I just hooked up with one of my younger buddies. He go by the name of Young Play. He's a nice artist out here. Hoping it's a group called Limelight, and hopefully I'm hoping to work with somebody from there named P Stacks and a few other artists from there. I got an artist named Jamaica from Jamaica.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's pretty sick. Beats from my friend Free Will and Cooper. So pretty
got a lot of different
collabs, and probably P Dot too if he ever get off his butt.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. What three, if you had to pick 3 bangers, just if you were giving the CD out and they said, there are 3 songs that you absolutely have to hear. These are 3 bangers. Which 3 songs off the album should we definitely check out?
So far, since by the ones I got down so far, Swaggin' On Them be one.
Swaggin' On Them, definitely.
Let me see, F Love.
Is that on there?
Yeah.
I was looking for that. I didn't.
Well, you haven't linked it yet.
Okay.
That's the only Swaggin' On the only song we linked, and probably I'm trying to think. Probably my song Fire or my song Daily Swaggin'. It's a pretty nice song.
What's Fire about?
I don't. It's just basically being hot.
Okay.
It's me and Jamaica on the track. He put that extra flavor on.
Does he have an accent?
Ooh,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
okay, that's gonna be good. I gotta go check some more tracks out. When I come in contact with not necessarily artists, but anyone who's trying to make it in the industry, I always like to know where they see themselves going. I mean, a lot of people, believe it or not, just do it as a hobby. If I blow up, I blow up. I met an artist last week to do a radio show, and an artist came in from the LA area, and he said something that just really stuck with me. And they said, well, if rapping doesn't work out, what's your plan B? He said, a plan B, it's plan A or I die. And I loved it. I mean, you gotta love somebody who's like, I don't even consider a plan B because this is what it is, or it's nothing at all. Is this something you're just doing for a blow up, or is this something like you eat, sleep, and breathe rapping? You wake up like, man, you're writing. Everything is about your craft. Where are you going with this? Where do you see yourself? How passionate are you?
Me, you can ask any of my friends, or should I say old friends, because I think I lost a lot doing music. I don't get no sleep. Bernice should tell you, I'm over here daily. I call my daughter faithfully, check up on her, because I don't get no sleep. My mom steady call me, asking me when I come back home. This is my life. I'm so passionate with the label. Like, I really bled the words of blood money when I got it tatted on me. And I'm really, you feel me, like, my idea, I said it playing around, but I probably really do it. My idea is when we actually go mainstream, we're going to stick to the same rules, and that's be your own self. And I think I'm going to lay back and let my other artists do it. I'm going to kick my feet up and get my puff daddy.
I heard that. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, you mentioned you have a daughter. How do you balance work, career, and family, your daughter? Obviously, she's a major part of your life, and obviously you're devoting a lot of your time, and I know why. You're making a sacrifice because one day you hope to be in a position where she doesn't want for anything. So sacrifices have to be made. I completely understand, but how do you balance that?
It get rough, trust, because I have a lot of family depending on me, and needing me to be there. It gets rough. And for us, my daughter, like, she stays with her mom. And we have to build a relationship and keep in contact so we won't bump heads, and I can, my mom, when I don't get my daughter, my mom gets her. Or somebody on my side of the family gets her. And they call me, so that's when I let LESHAY know, like, hey, we gotta take a break. I'm about to go spend these few days with my daughter. Other than that, if she's not around, we have her, like, almost every week. I think the hardest part gonna be for me is when I go on this tour in July. So that's gonna be the hardest part. I'm really gonna be too far. Like, all I'm gonna have is, like, camera view of my.
Now let's talk about the tour. Where are you going? Who do you, hope to meet? Is there any? But let's talk about that.
For the information I got on it, I know it kicks off probably on my end in California, somewhere in California, Texas, where else? Like, Atlanta, Florida.
Ooh, okay. Doing it all big.
Around the United States, it's the United States unsigned tour. I'm doing other unsigned artists. I plan to meet a lot of big names, get more information, get more motivation, get some type of sponsorship on the way. Hopefully, start working on the next.
Stay up to date and in tune with KDOT. So let us know how we can do that.
You can Google me, KDOT the Icon, icon with a K. Twitter, I'm always on Twitter and Facebook, facebook.com/KDOT the Icon. And like my page, KDOT the Icon Music, 2 different pages. Follow me at it's KDOT the Icon. Feel me? It's ITZ. So follow me. I'm on there. Follow my manager at lawyer_LESHAY, and follow Blood Money at bloodmoney_TL.
Y'all got all that? If not, there'll be links where they can see all that. And the last thing I just kind of want to ask you before we let you go, what advice could you give to that young aspiring artist, female or male, that's saying, I don't know how to get started, this is my passion? What can you tell that individual to, get their wheels rolling?
Well, first off, hopefully, I hope everybody believe in God. I mean, everybody
Absolutely.
don't, but first, put God first.
Absolutely.
And to really want to motivate, I tell them to learn all they can. Never stop going to school. Read more. The more you read into what you want to do, the more you understand it. And don't just jump on the first boat. Like, if you get stuck somewhere, never be afraid to ask for help. Because I work for a lot of people. I told them I wouldn't say their names or nothing. So, I work for a lot of people that came out good. And it's just like, if you ever need that extra push, find somebody out there that, probably stage fright and want to write. And you have it, so just stay focused and motivated and, ahead of the game. If you stay ahead of the game, you will never fall back.
Absolutely. Well, it's been great. Had a pleasure interviewing you, KDOT. I expect big things from you. I'm going to be following you. God is everything. God is definitely everything, and that was some awesome advice. We thank you for tuning in. As always, yours truly, Tina Renee.